Hello and welcome to my first workout video. This has been a very spontaneous decision by me, but off the back of a lot of my clients currently being quite under the weather, and I don't know if you can see from the background right now, but it is snowing outside. Home workouts are a great alternative when we can't get to the gym because we're not feeling too well, or we're a little bit phlegmy, or it's snowing outside. So what I have done today is I have put together a full body workout. We are starting with lower body, we then go upper body, and we finish with some core work. It should take about 20 to 30 minutes. It is designed to be done in an apartment, so there will be no jumping, there will be no banging around. I will be using a few household items, but if you haven't got these things, I'm going to give some alternatives as well. So what we're going to do first is we're going to start with the lower body circuit. If you can, I would suggest warming up before you do this. These exercises, they're not too intense, but if you can get in around 10 to 15 minutes of some low or moderate intensity cardio beforehand, that will really help warm up the joints, especially if it's cold outside. If not, just doing some basic stretches beforehand will really help you here. Let's get into things. So how this structure is going to work is that each superset is going to have 3 exercises. So we have 3 lower body exercises we're doing today, 3 upper body exercises, and 3 core exercises. These will also be written down below in the description box if you do want to save this to do at another date. The first 3 exercises we are going to be doing, and I will demonstrate them before we are doing them, is we are squatting and then we are placing the arms up. So we are coming down into a nice low squat position, making sure that when we are squatting, our feet are slightly further than hip distance apart and our toes are pointed out. This way we can really get into the hips, because you'll notice that if I take my feet inwards and I point my toes out, it's a lot trickier for me to try and get lower into that squat. But if I open up my feet and my legs here, I can go a lot lower. And we're going to come down and up. So we are going to go with 15 of those. Now this is where one of the household items is going to come in handy. I'm using a dining chair. This is going to be preferable than using your couch, just because a couch can be quite cushiony, whereas with this I've got a pillow here, but I can somehow, look, I will do that in a second. I will take the pillow off. What we're going to be doing here is we're going to be doing step-ups. Now you can see that if you were to do this on a couch or a sofa, your balance would be compromised here because of the cushioning, and you'd be going from side to side. So I will say as well, one of the best parts about doing home workouts is you don't have to wear shoes. And this is an exercise here that I would recommend not wearing shoes for. So if you have got your trainers on, that's when it's time to take them off, because otherwise, again, your balance is going to be going all over the place. And if you've got a pet, there's a risk that you could fall on them. You don't want that. So we start with the squats, we then go with the step-ups, and then another household item. I have a fitness ball here. We've got the ball on the ground. You are laying down here, hands on the ground for stability. You are pressing up into a glute bridge. This is a tricky exercise. You are then extending the legs, bringing them back in, having a good old squeeze, and extending out again. And we're going to aim for 12 reps of those. Now, if you haven't got a fitness ball at home, because I do realize that it's not really an everyday household item, what you can do here, and I'm going to insert a video in a second, is you can actually use flannels or tea towels, and it has the same kind of effect. So I'm going to insert a video of what you would do in that case. Now, I will preface and say that this will only work on wood or tiles. So if you only have carpet at home, you may have to skip this exercise, and I will leave an alternative in the description box. I have been known to do this in my bathroom before, so sometimes you've got to do what you've got to do. I have 2 tea towels here. This exercise is going to look a little bit different than it did with a fitness ball. You can try it with one, but it is extremely difficult. You're going to be laying down just like you would with a fitness ball. You want your heels nice and close to your bum here. You're going to push up into a glute bridge. Now, extend the legs. You are going to bring 1 and then 2. Reset the hips if you have to, make sure they're nice and high. Again, you are extending out. You are coming in 1, coming in 2. Same amount of reps that we're going to be doing with the fitness ball. It's just going to look a little bit different, and you're going to get a bit more of isolated hamstring work. So we have our alternatives. Pick what works for you. We've done our little warm up. It's time to get into the video. As I demonstrated before, we're going to come into that squat position with toes slightly pointed out. We are going to go for 12 reps here. So nice and low, you want to bring the arms up. Come down, push up. Make sure that as you push up, you are driving through the heels here, taking your arms nice and long overhead. 5, 6, trying to go as low as you can. 7, 8, I said we have 12, but I lied, we have 15. 9, 10, we go for 5 more here. 1, 2, 3, 4, last one, make it nice and low. And 5. All right, time to go to the chair. So, as I said earlier, you want a dining room chair. Now, if you're a little bit nervous about this one because, I don't know, maybe your chair is old or maybe it's a little bit rickety, what you can do instead is try and think of any household item you might have that could act as a step. Or if you live in a 2-story house, you could always do this on your staircase. If you don't, what I would suggest doing instead is you are going to go with a split lunge here. So you are coming down and up, down and up. You're going to go for the same amount of reps here, so you can still do it with us. It's just going to look a little bit differently. We are going to go 10 on each side. So you want to make sure you're getting the full foot on, little tap up and down for 1. See how I'm keeping quite a strict movement? I haven't got too much momentum here, and I'm really relying on that back glute to get the foot up. We've got 2 more on this side. Really focusing on the glute when you do this exercise. And down. We now come other side. Reset yourself if you have to, because this exercise can really offset balance a little bit. So we've got that right foot coming up and tap. Down. Up and tap. Try and take your full foot back on the ground here. Up for 3. 5. 2 more. And 10. Okay, move the chair out of the way if you have to. But you've got your fitness ball here. It doesn't really matter what size they are, by the way, it all does the same job. You are lying back. Make sure that if your back is a little bit sore, to just have like a mat or a towel here or something. Again, you are bringing your fitness ball or the flannels nice and close to your bum here. You are driving up into a glute bridge. Okay. 2. Really concentrate on this one. 3. 4, bring up your hips on the way out. 5. 6, we're halfway there. 7, if you roll away, that's fine. Just make sure you reset yourself back to center. 9. Big squeeze on the way in. 2 more. And 2. Extend, hold, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. That is round 1 done. What's gonna happen now is that in between each set, I'm gonna place a 1-minute timer where you can have a little drink, have a little breather, then we get straight back into it. Now as well, if you have already done this workout before, or for the next time you do it, I'm gonna include chapter markers so that you can skip to each bit as necessary and you don't need to go through all of my sort of chatty rigmarole at the start. Okay, back to it. Let's go for round 2 here. So remembering our squat position, we are going for 15. 2. Try and have a nice even pace here. You kind of want a 2-2 tempo. We're going down 1, 2, up 1, 2. Down 1, 2, up 1, 2. 6. 7. If you have a little weight at home as well, this would be super handy to hold here. It would just make the exercise a little bit more difficult. We've got 5 more. And because we're taking our hands up overhead, that's really going to help get our heart rate up as well. 3, 4, and 5. Good, check out the leg. I had my shoulder crack a few times there. We are bringing the chair back in. Now, at any point, if you need to take a longer rest break between exercises, just pause the video, catch your breath, go straight back into it. We are coming up. Remember, try and lose the momentum here. Make it a nice and intentional movement. 3, placing the emphasis on the glute that's doing the work. 5, 8, losing my balance a bit here. 9, 10. Shake out the leg if you have to, reset yourself, and go on the other side. Come up for 1, 2. Remembering if you don't have a chair or if you're not feeling too balanced, you can go with the split squats that I demonstrated earlier. 6, 7, 8, 2 more. And 10. If you've got any knee niggles, I would also preface the split squats over the step ups because they can be quite harsh on the knee joint. Okay, we are back down on the ground for our leg extensions here. Bring the hips up into that glute bridge. Extending out, nice big squeeze. Back in for 1. Try and make sure the knees aren't splaying outwards here. Very hard to talk and do this at the same time. 5, 6, keep those hips up. 8, 10, you've got 2 more here. Bring it in for 1. Last one here, so nice big squeeze in. Hold, extend, hold again for 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Time for a 1-minute rest break. We are coming into our last round now before we head to do some upper body work. So back to those squats, we are going down. Let's go straight into it. And up, down. Even if you don't have a weight here, you could use a water bottle, you could use a can of something, you could use a pet if you really wanted to. I'm not too sure how they would feel about it. Or a baby, same, I'm not too sure how they would feel about it either. A baby would be difficult. 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's go 5 more here. Let's make them very intentional. 1, work with your breath here. Breathe out on the way up. 2, 3, 4. We've got one more squat of the day, so make it nice and low. And 5. Right. We are starting with that left leg, up for 1, or right leg if you like. As long as you don't end up doubling up. Oh, I'm losing my balance here. 3, 4. Keep your gaze on something unmoving so that you don't lose your balance like I did. 7. 8. You've got one more here. All the way up. And let's switch sides. All right, balance yourself here. And also you probably will have one side that's a little bit more wobblier than the other. That's completely normal. 3, 5, 6. Hopefully none of you have low ceiling and you're not hitting your head on the ceiling or a fan. 8. 1 more, up for 10. Now, pop this chair to the side, but we will need it again after, so don't put it away completely. Last set here of everyone's probably least favorite exercise. These are definitely very tricky for a number of reasons. So, remember, knees stay parallel here. Drive up into a glute bridge, extend out, in and squeeze. That's 1, 2, I want you to keep thinking of the word intentional here. Really focus on what you're doing. 3, this is your time to move your body, make it feel good. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, we're nearly there, keep those hips up. 10, you've got 2 more. Bring it in for 1, and in for 2. Hold it out for 3, 2, 1, and bring it down. Now, just like with the chair, you want to put the fitness ball to the side, but don't lose it completely because we will need it again. If you're not using a fitness ball, that's okay, I've got you sorted there. Put your tea towels away, you won't need those anymore. Make sure you put them in the wash, don't use them in your kitchen again. They've been on the floor. Between each set or each body part here, you're going to have a 2-minute break. So somewhere on the screen right now, you will see a timer, and this is included in the 2-minute break. So if you like, go get yourself some water, go pet your cat or your dog, have a little breather. But I want to explain the next set of exercises while you're having this break so that after the 2 minutes is over, you can just grip. So that after the 2 minutes is over, we can just get straight back into it. So the first exercise we'll be doing, and I will take you to the ground for this, is just your basic press up. So if you're in the UK, you'll probably call it a press up. If you're in Australia, you'll probably call it a push up. I have no idea why, I didn't create the rules. Now, if you want to do these on your knees, that is perfectly fine. If you are doing it on the knees, I'd probably look at placing a towel, or again, hey, the tea towels from before, on the knees, because if you are going on a wooden or a hard floor, or even the carpet, it can be quite a lot on the knee joint. So we want to protect them where possible. But we want to make sure that when we are doing a press up here, we have our hands just past shoulder width. We are coming into a plank position. Our feet are hip distance apart. We are looking forward, slightly tucking the chin, and then taking the arms back, pressing up through the palms. Now notice here that I'm going in quite a diagonal movement here. I'm not taking my elbows right out wide, and I'm not taking them right behind, because that's really important here as well. So, first exercise, we go with 12 press-ups. We are then doing an exercise called a snow angel, which seems really, really appropriate for what I'm seeing outside. Okay, hopefully you're feeling ready to go. Let's get into the upper body portion of our workout. So as demonstrated before, We are going to start with 12 press-ups. Choose your alternative here. I'm gonna go on my toes because this is my workout today as well. Make sure your hands are just past shoulder width. We are coming down for 1, 2, 3. We are halfway. Keep that core engaged. Breathe out on the way up. 2 more here. And 2. All right, push it back. Now we are going into those snow angels. I'm already on a rug, so I'm gonna go straight into it from here. Lying on your stomach, extend the arms and the legs out. You are coming up as high as you can go. You may not get this high, that's okay. You are pulling back for 1, big squeeze of the back. Come forward and down. That's 1 rep. Up, squeeze, forward and down for 2. Three, up, squeeze, forward and 4. Quite a few components to this one. Squeeze, and 5, halfway. Squeeze for 9, we have 1 more after this. Up, squeeze, forward, hold for 3, 2, 1, bring it down. Okay, now we go with those tricep dips. So, have a little seat, extend the legs. I'm gonna go with the advanced alternative today. So I'm taking my bum a little bit further away from the chair. We go for 12, looking forward, down for 1, and up. Again, make this exercise yours, work with your body and your capabilities. 5, keep the core engaged. 6, reduce the range if you have to. 7, 8, 9, 10, we've got 2 more here. And last one, push it up. All right, 1 minute rest break. I hope you are feeling well rested and ready for round 2. I'm going to be demonstrating the press-ups on my knees this time because I think that press-ups on the knees, they're not given enough credit because everyone just sees them, oh, as the beginner option. But the best thing about doing press-ups on the knees is that you can truly isolate the chest and the shoulders, so that's what I want to try and achieve here. Now, the range is going to look a little bit different dependent on where you are on your fitness journey. When I'm coming into a knee press-up, I've got my hands the same distance as when I was doing them on the floor. I like to keep my feet up in the air like this. If you feel more stable with your feet lying down, that is also fine. So we are going to go for 12 here. Remember, keep within your range of capability. I'm able to go quite low to really isolate the chest here. Again, this is just where I'm at on my fitness journey. And of course, this is going to look different for everybody. 4, if you need to take it at a slightly slower pace, that's okay as well. 5, 6. I wouldn't look at doing them any quicker than this just because you are going to lose that time under tension and that can be really, really beneficial. 7, 8, 9, my knees are slipping, I'm going to move myself forward. 10, 2 more here, then we move on to those snow angels. So 1, nice and low for 2. Press back briefly into a child's pose. Nice deep breath here. Okay, we move on to those snow angels. So lying down, get myself in shot here. You have your arms stretched above. You are bringing them up. Nice big squeeze, 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 squeeze. Forward and down for 1. Straight back up. Squeeze. Forward. Down for 2. Up. Squeeze. Forward. 3. We're halfway. This is number 5. I don't know why here, I'm hearing a lot of things clicking right now. That is also very, very normal. As long as no pain is associated with the clicking, it's nothing to be worried about. Forward, holding for 3, 2, 1, and bring it down. Back to those tricep dips. Okay, remembering your cues here. So you are getting yourself nice and close to that chair. Elongate the legs if you want the more advanced version. And you are going to come down and up for 1. And up for 2. Keep the core engaged. Push through the palms for 3. 4. 5, remember to work within your range here. 7, we're past halfway. 9, 10, you got 2 more, take it nice and low. Last one here. And up. All right, 1 minute break, very much needed. We are going to go with one last round of the upper body set now. I'm going to go back to doing these on my toes, but remember, going on the knees is a really great option here as well. And you'll actually notice that from doing it on my toes, I do have less range naturally. So I'm coming down and up for 1, 2, 3. You'll be more out of breath here. 4. 4 through the palms. 7. I'm getting shaky. 8. 2 more. Push. And up for 1. Oh, press it back. Shake out the arms if you have to. We go back down to the ground for those snow angels. So this time, your body's probably feeling quite limber. So try and stretch it up as much as you can. Take the arms forward, all the way up, getting a bit more mobility through that lower back now. Nice big squeeze. and down for 1. Up, nice big squeeze. Forward, down for 2. Up, nice big squeeze. 4. 5. 2 more to go here. 8. And down. Remember on the last rep we hold for a little bit. Bring it up. Squeeze. Forward we hold for 3, 2, 1. Let it release. We have one more round of those tricep dips, so let's make sure they are nice and low. Remember, keep those elbows tucked. Keep your bum nice and close to the chair. If you are lengthening out the legs here, you can take it a little bit further away. But you are looking forward, coming down for 1. Oh, we need to move forward a bit. 2, 3, 4, 5. Control the breath. 6. Make sure you're not holding your breath. 7, 8, 9. You got 3 more to go. 10. Your arms are probably a little shaky by now. Mine are. Down for 1. You've got 1 more here. And 2. Lovely. All right, shake out those arms. You have a 2-minute rest break. We have 1 more superset left, and that is for our core. For the first exercise, we will be going with some standing ab crunch. You are going to be taking your hands behind your head, elbows out nice and wide. Now you have to balance yourself for this because things can get a little bit wobbly. You want to focus on taking opposite elbow to opposite knee and then extending the leg out. So you come in, little crunch, extend out. We are going to be going 12 on each side. When you are doing your shoulder taps, there are a few things to remember here, and if this is the first time you're doing it, I would recommend starting on the knees. You want to make sure that your knees are quite wide and your hands are quite central. Unlike when you're doing a press up, it's kind of the opposite way. Here, you want to make sure, just for stability and for core engagement, your hands are quite close to each other, knees are quite wide. If you are up on the toes, same thing. What you are going to be doing is making sure there's very minimal movement in those hips. You are tapping your shoulders. For the last exercise in this little superset, you can use a fitness ball. I'm going to be using a fitness ball. However, you can easily do it without one as well. This is a dead bug. Weird name, but it is what it is. And if you are using a fitness ball, what you're going to do is lay back onto the ground. You want to be holding the fitness ball on your stomach. Now, the thing to remember here is that your legs want to stay on a right angle. Hands want to stay holding the ball. What you are going to be doing is extending opposites. Now, if you haven't done this before, it's going to take a little while to get used. It's almost like rubbing your tummy and your head at the same time and extending. So we're going to go 10 on each side. If you haven't got a fitness ball, you can easily do it without one. So my arms are up straight, my legs are still staying on that right angle, and I'm extending out on one side. The fitness ball is coming back. I can see it. Oh, it's not going to come into shot. Extending out and coming back. And those are the 3 exercises. So let's finish off the rest break and get straight into it. We are starting with those standing crunches. So you want to be taking your hands behind your back here, elbows out nice and wide. Wide stance here. You are bringing elbow to knee, extend. Remember, it's normal to get a little bit wobbly at first here, but you do find your balance. In for 4, making sure you're really contracting the core as you come inwards. 6, 7, 8, point the toe on the way down. 9, 10, 1, these are surprisingly effective, and 2. All right, other side now, reset yourself. All right, take that leg out long, you are crunching in for 1, extend. In for 2, extend. In for 3, extend. It's getting brighter outside, so I think my camera's going a little fuzzy. 4, 5, 6, 7. Again, one side may be wobblier than the other, totally normal. 10. We've got 2 more here. 1 and 2. Right, I'll meet you on the ground for those shoulder taps. Now I will be doing these on my toes today, but remember you can take the knee alternative, especially if it's your first time. I'm making sure my hands are nice and close together, my feet are out wide, and we are tapping for 16 here. So 1, 2, 3. Notice how my hips aren't going from side to side. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You've got 6 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last one here. 6. When performing the dead bugs, you just want to be making sure that your legs are on a right angle the whole time. It's very tempting to let them droop. You want to be making sure they're up nice and straight. So we are going to start by extending the left leg and the right arm. Bring it in for 1. Let's go out for 2 and in. On the next set, I'll perform it without the fitness ball. So those at home that don't have the fitness ball, you can have a better idea of what it may look like. This is a lot trickier than you would think. 5, I think you can tell by my voice. 6. You've got 2 more here. If your body starts to shake, that's completely normal. Just try to breathe through it. You've got 1 more. Extend. We now go other side. Reset yourself. Make sure your legs are on that right angle. You're extending out for 1. And together. 2. 3. Just hold my shoulder click. Again, as long as there's no pain, it's completely fine. 4. 5. 8, you've got 2 more. Last one here. And come down. Right, 1 minute break and then we get back straight into the next round. We are on to round 2, and I don't know about you, but my core is starting to burn because during those upper body exercises you would have also been using a lot of your core. But let's get straight into it because the sooner we do this, the sooner we are done. We can go on with the rest of our day. I can put a jacket on. Anyway, you are starting with your hands behind your head, your elbows pointed outwards, pointing the toe. You are crunching in for 1. Remember, we go 12 reps here. 2, 3, try to maintain balance. 4, try to look ahead at something that is not moving. 6, 7, 8, try to look down on the way in. 9, if your balance allows it. 10, 2 more. And last one here, extend. Reset yourself, try and keep those arms up if you can for a little bit of extra time under tension. Point the opposite toe, bring it in for 1. Again, remember, you will probably have one side that's a little bit wobblier than the other. This is my wobbly side. 4, 5. Nice crunch inward for 6. Ooh, 7, nearly losing my balance there. 8, 9, 10. We go 2 more, then we go back to those shoulder taps. And 2, extend. I'll meet you down on the floor. Okay, make sure to choose here whether you are going to go on the toes or on the knees. I'm gonna go back up on the toes. You are coming in for 1, 2, make sure those hands are nice and close together. There is very little momentum in the hips. 7, 8, 9, 10. Got 6 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Whew. If you are using your fitness ball, grab your fitness ball. If not, I'm going to demonstrate without this time. So you are coming back, legs are up on that right angle, arms are up. And you are extending opposite sides here and together for 1, 2, 3, making sure to breathe. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, one more, then we switch to the other side, and 10, come up, reset yourself. If this is a little bit too much on the hip flexors, quickly bring your feet down, have a little shake out, bring them straight back up. We go opposite side for 1, and up, 2, up, 3, out for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, we've got 1 more here, and extend out for 10. Bring it in, hug the knees in. Oh, we have 1 more round to go. Take your hands behind your head, point out the toe, you know the drill by now, crunch in for 1, extend. There goes my balance. It's always the first rep that's wobbly. 3, 4, 5, 6, remember we go for 12, 7, 8, 9, I hope this set is more balanced for you than it is for me. 1, last one here, and 2, crunch inwards, extend out, shake your legs, reset yourself, point the other toe, elbows outstretched, in for 1, and extend, in for 2, extend, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, nearly there, 8, 9, 10, you've got 2 more here, 1, extend, 2, extend, shake it out. Let's take it to the ground for shoulder taps. This is the last round, so we want to make it count. You are coming up into your plank position. Move those hands inwards. We go for 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep the hips nice and stable. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You can tell my arms are getting tired. 2, 3, 4. If you need to drop to the knees at any point, that's also okay. And 6. Whew. You could probably use a basketball, a football, hold it at your chest, bring those legs up, and you are extending opposites. Out for 1, and in. 2, and in. 3, and in. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, got 2 more here. 9, 10, and reset. We go other side, extend for 1, and in. 2, nearly there, this is the last exercise. 3, 4, just a tap on the way in. 5, 6, extend. 7, we're nearly there. 8, you've got 2 more reps here. 9, last one. And 10, hold it out and in. There we go, that was your little at-home workout to be done when you can't get to the gym, when you don't want to go to the gym, or when it's snowing outside. I just want to preface this and say that this video ended up taking about 3 hours to film all up. So if there are lighting changes or just a lot of different transitions within this, I am so sorry. My camera would not charge. It is going to be a little bit all over the place. If you did manage to get through the workout, I'm so proud of you. I need to go charge this camera for a long amount of time. I do hope to be doing more of these in the future. If you did have any requests, please do let me know either in the comment section below or on Instagram. Make sure to have a nice little stretch out, have some water. Good job today, and I will see you next time.